In this video, we'll be walking you through a tutorial on how to use the goal setting phrasal template that was designed on behalf of the Washington Regional Educator Networks. That way, everybody that accesses this video has step-by-step directions on how to write their personal growth goal before they move on. So first off, you got to this page by clicking a link that had you make a copy of this template, which means that everything that you do here is just yours. So when thinking about this, you need to think about what goal really impacts my work, my role, before moving forward. Now, let's follow the steps on how to write this goal. First things first, you already probably accessed this, you made your copy, and now you're watching the video on slide 2. So we're going to begin by looking at slide 3 and 4, which give us the key phrases and descriptors that we want to use when writing our personal growth goal. The first one comes from the State 8. So Washington has the State 8 criterion, and these are best practices for education and can be used by all educators, no matter what role. You may have things like high expectations, learning environment, student data, community collaborator. But what you're going to do now is you're going to either pick the ones that really stand out to you and you think you can work within your goal, or if you need to have more descriptors, you can go to the link found in Canvas and dive in deeper into what each of these mean. So look at these and think of one or two that might represent what you want to have in your personal growth goal. The next step is to do the same process, but with the ISTE for educators. Now, these really define what we want to become, especially when using educational technology. Maybe you want to be a learner, maybe a designer, maybe a leader, or other. So you're going to look at these standards, and once again, if you need to dive in deeper, go back to the Canvas page. There's a link with extra descriptors on each of these meanings. So pick one or two of these. And then we're going to actually go to the phrasal template. And this is where you'll start crafting your goal. So we'll walk through this step by step. The first thing is we need to fill in the blanks. So think about like a Mad Lib. So and you're going to insert your role as a paraeducator, as an administrator, as a teacher, as a custodian, as a bus driver, as a technology TOSA, math TOSA, as an instructional coach. Whatever your role is, put it here. So for my instance today, notice this is a clickable button. So I click in this text box and I can type. So I'm going to insert my role. So my role, and I'm going to say I'm a paraeducator. As a paraeducator, I am looking to, and I'm going to pick one of these verbs. I'm looking to grow, learn, support, increase, connect, change, or more. So I personally am looking to grow. So I'm going to fill this out, just filling in the blanks. As a paraeducator, I'm looking to grow, and I'm looking to grow in an area. So I'm just going to say I'm looking to grow in. And now this goes back to those State 8 and then the ISTE. So what you're going to do here is it says insert one or two from the State 8 on slide 3. So as a paraeducator, I am looking to grow in. I'm looking to grow in student learning needs. So I'm going to copy this. You copy by pushing, you click on it. Notice it highlighted. I push Control C. I can also right click and you'll notice copies here. And I can also go to edit copy with the Chrome menu, but I've already copied it. And then I'm going to paste it onto this page. So I'm just going to click and push Control V. There we go. I'm simply looking to grow in student learning needs. You can paste one or two by exploring becoming an educational technology. And it goes back to slide 4. And we're going to do the same thing by exploring becoming and I want to become a leader. So I'm going to become a leader. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. If you don't like the copy paste method, feel free to just type. You can type in those blanks as well. And so now it reads, as a paraeducator, I am looking to grow in student learning needs by exploring becoming an educational technology leader. I'm going to take this sentence. This is my goal. This is what I'm picking. And I'm going to go to the last page and I'm going to write it out. I'm going to click in the box, my personal goal as, I'm going to look back, as a paraeducator. So I'm going to just type it out as a paraeducator and fill in the rest. So that's how you use the phrasal template. I hope it was simple. And once you're finished with this, we do want you to post it in the Canvas discussion. Also hang on to this because goals change. So as we dive deeper into the different topics and themes and you move through this as a Washington Regional Educator Network member, your goal will continue to grow as well as how you act with that goal and things that you do to accomplish your goal. Okay, if you have any questions, please write to us and we will help support you. Thank you.